between Rise Nation and Team Vitality.
Oh, man, I'm going to savor every moment of our last cast together, bud. Every single moment. Don't take that off.
I have to.
What are you doing?
I'll be honest, it's restricting my breathing. I was just made that sound because I can't breathe.
Yeah, all right, man. All right.
Whew, all right, I'm good now. Let's get it started. Rise Nation Vitality off the break. We're following Looney, a player that absolutely loves his teammates right now on Rise Nation and the success they've seen. Honestly, probably the most success Looney's seen with the roster since that CWL Vegas Open champion team just a while ago.
And you know, you gotta be cheering for the guy decently as you do see these first wave of kills coming in. I mean, he's put together so many rosters.
Yeah.
He stayed with this Rise Nation banner for so long. I think the last time, I'm trying to think the last time saw a strong roster come together under it that performed to the level that you thought they could, right? There were so many strong rosters that came together that didn't quite go the distance. Now we're definitely seeing Rise do a whole bunch, and it's just all of them in the kill feed to start things off. Looney gonna be 3-0 right now, but Whalers trying to pick up the slack for Team Vitality.
Well, let's see exactly what Vitality can do in this game. They've got to go from start to finish. They cannot let up once. We know Rise Nation. We've seen them before on this map, especially having, you know, mediocre start and then kick things into gear and run away with it. We'll see if that happens here. Right now, it is about a 5-second difference between these teams.
The reason I brought up that useless fact was just to bring up the fact that TJ really did think that this was a good map for them. They wanted to get it in as quick as they could, so definitely expect them to pull out all the stops a little bit later on as they get this one started.
Right now, from what I've seen from Rise Nation, they're a team that I think has the best fundamental understanding of how to play this map, what setups they need, where to prioritize their players. Even right now, I love the setup they have, that they're basically coming off spawn and just one player holds the street. That guy, like, look, TJ, he'll go now and he'll look to hold the street, needs help in the hard point, he'll help his teammate at the hard point. That number 3, Gunless, he's gonna watch this streak now. That's his job, beautifully done. Rise Nation, let's go to Astro Gaming, listen in.
Shot wood.
Window, one shot, Moles is coming.
I have your front, I have your front, I have your front.
Oh, it's good shit.
That's in your front, I'm helping you. Okay, I'm helping you. I'm watching boxes, I'm watching boxes. In small room. Small room, 2 bullets in him. 2 bullets in a small room.
All around wood, okay?
Round
All around wood.
back, round back. Any player
right.
right. Oh, go right with him.
Dying. Wood.
I have armor.
One shot.
He ran towards you.
Yeah, side door.
Wood, I hit him again.
I got him.
Wood, still wood.
In school.
I don't see anything here, guys.
I naded that dude, I naded in front of you.
Window, one
They're all
shot.
blocker side. They're all blocker side.
I got one. I'm coming back door.
One shot.
Mid-street dead.
That's in the right corner.
Close. One shot dead.
There's 2.
I got your help. I got your
Spawn
help.
wood,
Back.
Close.
Weak. Kill me. Whalers in hill weak. We're spawning out backfire.
Yeah, they flooded. I think they flooded. Wait, Pierce, wait.
Absolute one bullet. He's pushing window. Push window.
Yeah, he
right.
Black car dead.
3, guys.
I'm just coming in school window.
He's weak on hill.
I'm nading him. He's gonna be dead.
Yo, two boxes. Two middle.
One more in hill.
One shot. Got him.
The middle?
Guys, get this time.
Yeah, two boxes.
I'm gonna try
I
sliding.
naded their side.
Window dead.
Go.
Boxes?
I'm one shot.
Window got me. He's chasing. Going hill.
Big boxes, yo.
Rise Nation in the lead right now. They will get the scrap time as we set up for the 4th hill on this rotation. Should be heading on over towards office. It looks like TJ's the first to push on through here, but so far, Rich, Rise Nation looking quite good.
Well, looking really good, but ultimately Team Vitality has managed to keep themselves in this. They're not that far behind at this moment.
No.
Rise Nation looking pretty strong. I mean, every time they seem to be getting set up on the hills first, they've been able to hold for the most part.
Oh, Gunless weakens both. That's so frustrating. If he had any help from his team, that is an easy 2-piece. Method's now trying to hold this hard point. You see just how long Vitality were taking to get in the hill. Well, they take so long that the players off spawn for Rise Nation, namely now Gunless, can get in this power position to watch over that back street. He's now got vision of Electric as well. Beautifully set up from Rise. Now their biggest lead of the game at 50 seconds. Looney will challenge for this last bit of scrap time as Whalers isn't ready for it. There's the kill. And Rise Nation will build about a 1-minute long lead.
Phenomenal in office now. Only 7 seconds going to be remaining. Riskin tries to get around, and Gunless going to grab another 2-piece before he's finally cut down by Mauls. But it's time to take a look at what's going on with Vitality. Let's jump to the Astro game, listen in to see how they've stayed in this.
T'as quoi, Whalers? Je l'ai backélé, moi je l'ai backélé. Un bâtiment, point. Fond à droite. Bâtiment, point. Non, j'aurais dû. Vite, dans le bâtiment,
Je l'ai backélé.
Vas-y, vite, ma pêche déjà.
Bâtiment mort.
Et TJ dans le point.
Quick, TJ.
L'éclamation, je sais pas. Je passe, super basse, super basse.
Je suis pas dans côté bunker.
Oh non, derrière moi, putain, fiché dans le bâtiment, Deux bâtiments point, deux
Je
bâtiments
passe
point.
dans le P1 moi.
Ah, je suis mort. Dans le bâtiment.
Oh,
Un mid devant vous.
le point, bien joué.
Passe
Un bois, touché, bois. Il repart point.
Weak point. Mitaz. Ouais, non. Bois, mort.
Non, bâtiment.
Prends le point, moi.
Bâtiment.
Deux bâtiments. Un weak.
Un bâtiment encore tout au fond.
Nice. Encore un qui passe, il peut de fond. Prends le next.
Front P2.
Ah ouais, les bâtards, non.
Je vais essayer de prendre la gauche.
Ouais, dans le P1.
Chier le timing. Ancien. Mort.
Merde, j'ai vu.
Regarde, je le bois.
Prends de droite, mort.
Bois.
Prends, touché.
Je prends les clichés de droite.
Je suis à gauche, pour la droite.
Devant, il y a Gunless devant.
En face de toi,
Devant le sable, deux devant le shop. Je suis mort, c'est 2-2, c'était 2.
À gauche, il push à gauche.
C'est pas mal.
On a spawn dans le bunker,
À droite, de partout.
Le point.
J'ai spawn dans la maison.
Sont deux, Métos Weak dans le point. Métos Weak dans le point, derrière.
J'ai pas touché, Luni aussi, il est dans l'escalier. J'ai goose spawn,
Point, il est weak au fond. Oh, je le nade derrière moi.
Dans le truc.
Il est mort,
dans le milieu du point.
Mathieu.
Un spawn de bunker.
Ouais, spawn de bunker encore, spawn out.
Ah, mid bunker, il va dans le P1. Un bois aussi, bois.
My goodness, if they sound that good while they're losing, you know, I honestly understand why my ex-girlfriend left me.
I don't know what you just said there, Rich. Just move on, bro. Rise Nation.
Rotating over to operation.
By 80 now. They've got 2 streaks to show for it. TJ started this game running the MP40, seeing exactly how powerful that one wound up being. Obviously after some of the recent adjustments. Gunless now, you've got 3 of the 4 players positive. They're in full command of this game. 3 players over a minute in the hardpoint. Full streaks now. Yes, they're not the most impactful, but again, all these tools will help them secure this map 1. Rich, what did I say? Closer off the start, but the second half is where Rise Nation kick it into gear. I can't remember the last time Vitality got a second.
That's exactly what we've seen, right? Rise Nation already able to crack 200. They're not going to be able to do it off of this hill, but looking phenomenal right now inside of Operations Bunker. They can do it on the next rotation, Jack.
223 to 97. 1 rotation will be the chance for Vitality to try to stay in this game. I think they should hold the opening seconds. Looney now in position to try to play this pinch. I love that we're on his perspective. Slowly pushing on forward, looking to try to clear these streets for his teammates to push up as well. One around the corner. He's got eyes on his player he's got to kill off. Fighter pilot now in. Won't get any kills with it, it appears, but he will get a ton of information. There's one. There's the third. Final player there. Mauls is 1 shot. Rise know exactly where they need to watch now.
This is the first time Vitality's been able to crack a hill, but Rise Nation going to find the space. Zarek's going to hold on for just a little bit longer. Finally, Method's going to be able to cut him down, make his way into the hill. Still have enough time to win off of this, and that's going to streak out Methods, making this look nice and easy.
Method's 12 streak, 24 and 12, double positive. They're dropping everything down. Now, at this point, this game is done and dusted. GG, Rise Nation take map number 1, 250 to 114.
It's so bloodthirsty at the end there. He's looking for anyone to kill, going to take down his teammate. Doesn't even matter. They're going to be able to close out that one convincingly. And Jack, before we even jumped into this series, we already mentioned the theme of the day, the flavor of the day, Game 5s. Doesn't look like there's going to be much of a chance.
No, I think anyone with the right mind would think that. I was watching the last match up in the Pro Lounge with the players. It was funny to see, just how stressed TK and Mindfreak were watching, but the Rise guys, all of them cracking jokes, having a blast, just laughing. I saw Looney kind of half warming up, half watching. These guys, because of how well they played, they've been in control of their own destiny. They've absolutely secured their playoff spot a long time ago. Yeah. They've got nothing to worry about, and that's going to be a great feeling for them. They've continued to improve. Ever since that first loss to Optic way back in the first half of the stage, they've looked untouchable.
Yeah, it's just true now headed into the S&D as well. My question is, what's Vitality going to be able to do to try to put them on the back foot?
I don't know. I don't know what Vitality can do. I will say we have seen them kind of take some S&Ds and keep them close, but the theme with Vitality is just like choking series. We saw yesterday, they take that 2-0 series lead. They wind up dropping all the way down to the Game 5 and losing it and choking that lead. I don't know what it is. Sometimes these guys can really contend almost against anyone outside of maybe the top teams, but they can contend of almost anyone. But there's just something about closing out maps. It's like something that they find themselves in a scenario where they misplay one thing, and the best teams will always capitalize on that.
I mean, you look at their players. I mean, you look at guys like Whalers. They show up.
Yeah.
Whalers will just show up every now and then.
That ace
so much work.
Was nasty.
Yeah, so we know that when we look at the players, sometimes they definitely do have the potential, but I agree, we just haven't seen it on a consistent basis, and now they're facing a team like Rise Nation. It's just a complete fulcrum shift in the day. I mean, at the beginning, the stakes were so high. You talk about how light the mood really was for Rise Nation heading into this matchup. The pressure was so high just a few minutes ago on that stage, and now it has reduced a little bit. Rise,
a lot of it.
A lot. I mean, the crazy thing is if a few factors are a little bit different in that last matchup, all of a sudden the rest of the day becomes stressful as well, just because Echo Fox would have been playing for so much. But now Rise Nation just trying to make this one look nice and easy.
Yeah, and I think that's all Rise Nation needed to do now. You know, close this one out, make it easy. I think one big thing that I'm looking at a lot of these top teams is to not falter and sometimes play down to your opponents. We talked about what's plagued big teams in the past, right? Is teams play, you know, they face other top teams, they'll match their intensity and go to a game 5 and have a great series. They'll play bad teams or lesser teams, and they'll stoop down to their level of some of the misplays, of some of the situations. And because of that, they'll go to game 5s even with absolutely lesser teams. If you're Rise Nation, never let that become a thing that happens with your lineup. Win this series 3-0. Continue to prove how dominant you are. We've seen them have some struggles on Arden Far Search and Destroy before. They are absolutely looking like the best S&D team here with Era Eternity, but if you're Rise, you're on Arden now. You got to win this one with ease. Make this one look easy.
I will say, to their credit, yeah, you can definitely say that you talk about the map quite a bit, but I don't see them as one of the teams that has played down ever to anyone. I feel like they do some of the best work as far as just getting into a matchup, bringing all the intensity that they possibly can fathom. It's almost like that they're playing at champs, even though it's a league match.
Here's the big thing for me with Rise Nation. These guys all have vendettas and kind of things that they are playing for, and the chip on their shoulder. TJ, now just coming back in the competitive scene, wants to retake his title as, you know, that S&D star that's made the transition as the #1. Methods, to be honest, was irrelevant the last few years, right? Now back in boots on the ground, has been a superstar. Gunless, kind of thrown to the side from his last roster. Almost a year ago to the day, he won that first major event at the CWL Atlanta Open last year. And then Looney, kind of the guy that was trusted in keeping this lineup going, was kind of ditched again, and now wants to prove he can win with new players at his side. And with the position they put themselves in now, they're in a good spot to make some waves, especially at the CWL Atlanta Open.
I mean, all those stories, too, they just go so much further than that. I mean, like Looney, I feel like he's been living in purgatory for years, just trying to get a roster off the ground. Finally now doing it. He's got to keep that alive.
Yep.
Methods has to prove he really is one of the best players, that this isn't just a fluke, which I think he's definitely started to do for the long term. It already proved it to me. And then Gunless, like you said, has to prove that he can be that player, be at that caliber that we saw him at in the previous years. But trying to jump right in here now to the first round of Search and Destroy. Oh, it looks like we're going to have to do a quick remake on that round. But yeah, I just think that Rise, when you do look at the rosters, they have so many great storylines, but what is it for Team Vitality here? Like, what do they have to do inside of this matchup?
If they want to, it's less about this matchup, but it's more just about the fundamentals of this team. I think that, again, they're a lineup that so many people wanted to believe in. You know, this has been the biggest step we've seen from a French organization, right? For a lot of these teams, we heard about, you know, their online versus LAN prowess, how much better they looked online versus on LAN. Vitality's had some big LAN series, but if you talk to any European Call of Duty player, they will say a big reason why they're here is because of their performances in the 2Ks. They're the standout team that wasn't based in the UK, that was kind of all the way over there in France, and how that affected certain placements and whatever, yada, yada. These guys all have their own theories. But for me, it's like, okay, well, if you're Vitality and there's all your kind of colleagues and people in the league are saying that, it's your job to go out there and prove them wrong. Unfortunately for me, Vitality haven't done that with the CWL Pro League. They've let me down, and they've let themselves down, I'm sure.
I keep bringing up Whalers, but I forget. It's right around the time you first sat next to me at the MLG office. You make your way back, you sit next to me. Remember, there was an article that came out about Whalers thinking about moving over to the NA to try to start a team.
Yeah.
And he's always the guy who's been trying to make it work. And with this Vitality roster, we really thought this was going to be the chance. Now we have to see if they can find redemption inside of this matchup. Rise Nation already going to be leading by 1.
I totally want them back in stage 2. We know now they have to go through relegation, but man, I don't know what to believe. Either way, let's get this one started. Reset is over. We appreciate you being patient. would we watch anyone but TJ off the break? I don't care if you're mad. Why does this idiot Courage always show TJ? Shut up, he's the best.
So jumping on board with TJ, he is indeed the best. Going to be looking for this first kill. He's going to make that gunfight look easy as well. Rotating on over from mid towards B. Going to try to find another one, but going to get cut down. Methods now needs to find this kill, and he's able to do just that. Looking really good for Rise Nation. 3-1.
Unless, oh, I'm actually surprised he just moved towards that side. I thought he was going to go to Fire Tank and try to stop this player on the exit. I think this player, you know, Mauls thought the same thing as well. No one in middle. He's inching on up. Now he's been spotted and should be eliminated here momentarily. Rise Nation take round number 1. No surprise off the first blood of TJ.
Dominant round from them as well. Now the question is, how are they going to switch it up as sides change?
We'll have to see. I'm wondering if they try some new strategies here to test the waters, or if they just go for what works and go through the typical process on offense.
It's an interesting thing, right, when you talk about that. I mean, it's very easy for them to try to hold some stuff, too, because they know they don't need to break out the big guns. But this is just a playground for them right now, unless Vitality comes alive here in this second round. TJ once again off the break.
That's a perfect smoke. Cuts off the sight line of the AR. TJ's now in B, and this is where he does his damage.
Now peeking out right at B. You can see Team Vitality stacked pretty much on B. 2 players over at mid. Right now, it's just going to be Looney alone there in mid for his squad.
Vitality have all the people here to try to stop this. There's first blood for Vitality. Looney will answer back in middle, and look at this quick rotation. This is what is so good about Rise in S&D, Rich. No hesitation. They make a call, they sprint for it. They noticed how many people were stacked at B. Guess what? They sprint right to A. They're going to plant this bomb 3v3 now with site control.
Yeah, they have complete site control. That's the thing to note, and that was an audible.
And 3 is the perfect number to be able to watch everything on this site. Look at their setup. TJ's got the back. You've got Methods holding the cover inside the bomb. They should never lose this.
Yeah, already going to be able to find one. Just got to deal with 2 more. Close out this round.
They should never lose this. Both are there.
TJ looking for the second one, not going to be able to find it. Methods, though, still close to Streak's going to be able to grab this kill. I think that puts him 1 off.
I don't know, actually, if he got that kill. It might have had some help from his team. Yeah, I can tell he didn't get that red hit marker. Looney, that's actually kind of a blunder from Rise.
Yeah, you know, if he does end up getting it. But better safe than sorry, ultimately. You could see TJ was getting close to Streaks as well, but he was cut down too early.
That was so easy from Rise. They don't hesitate. They plant the bomb at A. They have Methods use the bomb cover to watch over mid lane. They have TJ use the rock cover to watch over back ice, and they have Looney just kind of cycling back and forth, looking over cabin cover with no nades left for Vitality. Literally, the only way Rise lose that round, I'm not kidding, is if one of their players' controllers unplugs. I'm not kidding.
But you got to remember, too, Team Vitality looked strong in that round. That all comes off the back of Rise Nation. As soon as Gunless does go down, they have the information. They know all of Vitality's at B. They move right on over to A. So that quick thinking, being that dynamic, is going to do a lot for him. Now we are going to see it is Team Vitality with first blood here. Methods trying to even the scale. Looney's going to find one in the meantime as well. All of a sudden, I mean, this is kind of Rise Nation's just winning on matches where Team Vitality gets first blood constantly.
Yeah, and this is just now. Xerox has been spotted.
That was Methods.
The other one is now known inside Bell. Here comes the pinch. 3-0 Rise Nation. But literally back to that last round, I've made some like exaggerations and stuff. But if you go and look at that setup, they literally should not lose that unless a controller unplugs.
Yeah. You know,
our director was like, "You're kidding." I'm like, "No, they actually shouldn't."
Yeah, I mean, hey man, I've never really heard you be. I don't exaggerate things. I don't really think you do very much either. And I think that one was just clearly fact from the most analytical mind in Call of Duty. We're gonna miss you very much, man.
Hey.
I heard tomorrow you have to cast me all day.
No, that's
just to say goodbye.
That's like a rumor that's going around. It's not happening.
We know. How much
I'll fake food poisoning. I will literally fake food poisoning as Rise are up 3-0. Looney with the bomb. Haven't peeked towards B yet. They're just dodging those nades, and whoa, hyper aggression out of Whalers. He's kind of going all in with this with an STG. Looney just plays the off angle, gets the free kill there.
Hey, enjoy yourself, man. Just enjoy yourself, but ultimately not going to connect there. TJ now set up right here at B. Looking for the kill. Not going to be able to find it just yet. Why do you think Whalers did go that aggressive, though? Not something that we expected to see.
I think he's just, at this point, you got to do things that'll catch Rise off guard. You're not going to beat them in standard search and destroy. And I think he kind of knows that. 1 versus 2. Methods knows where both are. Perfectly pre-aims Arox. Unfortunately, can't get the kill. Weakens a second. He's got to make a move off this right now.
Keep in mind, too, streaks were used
got
in this round. Methods could still have it.
Oh, he has the name.
He's gonna cook it just a little bit.
Both players have been softened up.
Softened up quite a bit, but he's got to take that last bite out of him. That's one. Method's gonna look for the 2-piece here. This is a round where streaks were already invested. This is big for them, but oh, wow. Gonna be taken down.
I thought Methods played that one near perfectly. Some great shots to close him out here. Wow.
I mean, honest, he did everything he could there. He did everything he could.
The headshot. I was literally, that's the only way he gets that kill, is a headshot, and he did just that. Props to you, Malls, clutching that up. You can just see how in control Methods was right there. Kept the players weak, made it so that they could never, like right there, if Methods gets weak without weakening the other players, they can just swarm him, right? But he made sure always to get that little peek and prod damage and tries to do it, but Malls clutches it up in the end.
Ultimately, though, a lot used on that round for Rise Nation not to be able to take the win. That's going to be the first one for Team Vitality. They still have plenty of catching up to do. You can see Malls right now going to be carrying that bomb. See, they haven't decided which side they want to get to. Good site control coming in from Rise Nation on both sides.
Can we go to Looney for a second? I believe they just tried to throw 2 nades at Looney and both missed. They both hit that tree right there mid lane.
That's a scraps play right there.
Nice nade from Gunless. Gets him 1 shot on Fire Tank. He'll have to back up, and Looney, he's just watching over whoever's in bunker. He can stay alive here all day long.
He's just going to hang out at logs until he is just absolutely forced off. Methods hanging out right at B as well. Still has those 2 streaks to work with. Doesn't look like he's going to need to invest them in this round. Once again, same player that we saw him in a gunfight in the last one.
There's the entry. There's a second from Riskin. And now the opportunity for Vitality to make something of this round.
Yeah, Vitality. They got the last round now. 4v1 situation. Looking to close out a second.
So the way that happened was the player who was watching middle went towards A cabin to help Looney for a second. Gave up mid. That player went back to mid to try to, he expected them to be at Fire Tank. Instead, they were already close U. So they were on a different angle that he was expecting. So think, when you go to pre-aim the corner, instead of pre-aiming right where you expect him to be, they're on a different angle. And because of that, they get the drop on him, they get the quick kill. I believe 2 of them shot at him as well to eliminate him as fast as possible. Nice job from Vitality, bringing this game back within 1 round. And as you mentioned earlier, Rich, they already used the glide bomb on the side of Rise Nation.
And, you look back 2 rounds, and Whalers was the one to just go completely crazy, try to switch up those timings. It looks like he was just going for an absolute death run. But Team Vitality showing they know they need to get a little bit dirty if they're going to be able to take these rounds. We saw that smoke go out first. Now it is going to be Malls right here at A, trying to find a second one. He connects onto Looney. Zyrock's going to help him out with that one.
Brilliant. Brilliantly done.
Beautiful play by Team Vitality there. It looks like they're going to be able to take 3 in a row and tie this up with Rise Nation.
You're going to get swarmed today. If you're going to be cabin cover, you need to stay alive long enough for a rotation to come over. And that's exactly what they do.
Vitality's showing some serious life here. I mean, what have they been able to do to just catch Rise off guard in these last 3 rounds?
Not only First Blood's huge. Right, TJ sprints on in, he gets just caught running in the cabin door and immediately is eliminated. Once they do that, Vitality have done a better job of making sure that there's no awkward 1v1 gunfights. And it started with clutching that 1v2 or that 2v1 versus Methods.
Also, do want to note too, Team Vitality was grabbing a lot of First Bloods even in those early rounds that Rise Nation was able to win. Rise still came out on top, but Team Vitality seems to be consistently getting the First Bloods now. Riskin going to be the OBJ player here. See them getting set up, and once again, Rise Nation going to be able to get some decent control there.
Wow, actually, look at the map positioning earned by Rise right now. If Methods was in top ruins, this would be a disgusting setup.
You can see right now, yeah, they've just made it everywhere, and this is perfect. This is exactly where they do want to invest in the streaks.
They only get 2 hit markers.
Methods going to try to finish off what he started with those streaks, but not looking like an easy task. Team Vitality all bunched up. They're kind of stuck exactly where they are, pinned down by the positioning of Rise Nation.
It should be a 1-for-1 trade. Okay, 3v3.
Method's still hanging out right there, but yeah, the streak's not exactly doing what you expected him to do, Jack, and go back to that glide bomb that didn't get the job done either, but now Method's finishing up his work, going to be able to find 2. Now it's just Riskin against 3 members of Rise Nation.
2 1v1 peaks versus the player at top ruins. You're going to have a bad time.
The rest of his streaks, though.
Yep, he's just hoping someone sprints into mid-U. 13 seconds left.
Just needs to take one more down. He's going to be able to have a glide bomb of his very own. Rise Nation, though, not getting antsy. They don't need to peek out just yet. Going to let that clock go down.
Now, I do want to check the next round and see, do Rise Nation have Mountain on or not? Because you assume Rise Nation of all teams have kept track of the streaks, know exactly what he has, what he might have in his arsenal.
Exactly. I think this would be the time that we expect him to do it.
Hold on. Hold on. 0. And remember, it might be worth it for Riskin to use this streak, because if he gets 1 kill with it, that's 25 points, which earns him the glide bomb, or TJ will just get killed from smoke. TJ getting first blooded again. Rough map from him so far, 4 and 8. He's probably been first blooded 6 of those times.
And that's the thing that is so
5 of those
about
times.
That streak. You talk about it, but a lot of the times you just streak into streaks. You know, you just get the glide bomb off one of the kills. Ultimately, not even going to need to do that. Riskin is going to be able to get that first blood nice and easy. 8 and 4 right now on a 7 streak. Zyrox right now trying to come out on top of this gunfight. See good pressure coming over onto the B site.
He missed. You just saw how he missed the player running up to top ruins. That's got to hurt. That's one where you watch it back and your heart sinks. Method's now on a 4 streak. He's 10 and 3. 10, 11 and 3. 5 streak. Method's putting Rise Nation up 5-3.
Rise Nation coming back here. Slowed down for a little bit, a couple of rounds. Let Vitality pick up 3. But still, though, they're getting first blooded just about every time. I mean, this is the opportunity for Vitality. If they're going to win a map, this is exactly how they're going to do it.
TJ definitely has some stuff he needs to improve on this map for Rise and their setups.
Was this the problem before? I mean, before we even jumped into this map, you said, hey, look, Rise Nation on this map, they've struggled a little bit on it in the past. Is it
Ardennes isn't their best S&D map. It's an absolute fact.
Same setup that we've seen from Rise Nation a few times here. Send 2 on over to B, send 2 on over to A. This time, Method's going to...
I mean, he's got to spray all around that back pillar, that back pell area.
Streaks just haven't done much for him. Riskin's going to be able to call in streaks of his very own, completely counter the streaks getting called in by Methods. Going to pick up 2 kills, and now Team Vitality looking good in this round. All 4 players up, and now Mull's going to be able to get the plant down nice and easy.
That was cool.
That was well played.
Counter fighter pilot. Both now here. Both have been spotted.
Whew. Ultimately not going to be able to get the kill, but man advantage still going the way of Team Vitality. Trying to even up the scale just a little bit. Down by 2 rounds. Rise Nation just needs 1. Team Vitality, though, making their last stand, but all of a sudden, it is 2v2.
Looney himself. Ooh. Yeah, he needed gunless there. Peeking at different times doesn't help. This will be a round win for Vitality to bring us to a round 10.
Absolutely. Abysmal situation for Gunless to be in here. Going to try to finish off Riskin. This is where he is. Not going to be able to get that wall bang. Comes up with the pistol. He does find the kill, but the clock ticking down. Jack, I mean, the thing is Vitality's looked... is this stronger than you expected them to look inside of the S&D, Jack?
No, it's not. I honestly am not surprised to see them putting up a good fight. Vitality have done this. It's never been my question of if they can win Search and Destroys or keep it, you know, or compete in them. It's will they close it out? And right now they're down 5-4. I've seen so many. They're not a team that gets 6-0 in S&D. So many times they've cast them at 6-4, 6-3 score lines.
They still do have streaks to work with as well. The question is whether or not they're going to call him in.
He should go right towards the mid. Yeah, yes. So. Yeah, look, Looney's diving right towards back pillar because he knows. Yeah, look at that. Beautifully done by Looney. He sprints right towards that back ruins because he knows he doesn't have Mountain on and perfectly baits him into using that streak to kill his teammate.
And now all of a sudden we see completely even man count after Team Vitality going to invest a streak. Now the question is, will Rise Nation be able to close it out here? TJ's going to try to get 1 step closer to doing just that. Going to get the plant down. This forces Team Vitality's hand as well.
Gunless, this is his bread and butter. GG, Rise Nation take it 6-4. And Rich, what do you know? A certain scenario right there, a team kill, really winds up losing that round for the most part for Vitality.
I mean, that was brilliant by Looney. I mean, you already brought it up, but this is kind of what we've come to expect from Looney. Just plays like this.
Teammates have Mountain. He doesn't. He's got to get away from them. He expects Multiple to be at back ruins. They obviously play there. It's very popular to play there. He runs right at him in hopes that something like that happens, and that's exactly how it does. And you know what? Maybe it was something where Looney got the guy weak, and then he wasn't expecting to die to the glide bomb, but it happened because of how weak he was. Either way, Rise up 2-0. Capture the flag on Flag Tower next. That one is going to be one you won't want to miss. We've got a lot more Call of Duty to come today. Don't go anywhere. Rise Nation clutch on up in that round 10 to take the S&D 6-4 and now have a 2-0 series lead. Going into capture the flag, we have seen Vitality, though, put up some good games on Flag Tower CTF in the past. Rich, I just don't see him winning this game 3 to force the St. Marie du Mont hardpoint.
Momentum definitely in Rise's favor going into this one, but you did mention Team Vitality has looked strong on this map in the past. But let's stop predicting. Let's just jump straight into it. Rise Nation versus Team Vitality. You can see the break. Wow, look, phenomenal. The kill feed just going to light up like a yellow Christmas tree.
See, the big thing with this is that that's 3 quick kills in rapid succession. They can flood up the map. Oh, just as he goes to pull the flag, it's Gunless doing his best base defense. There's 3 quick kills, and that push has been thwarted. I like that Vitality tried to go for it, but at the same time, you need another set of kills there before you can.
Yeah, I mean, you can be a little bit more patient, wait for that second wave there, but they almost did get it, but if you think, even if it was just a little bit slower, maybe they get in there 2 seconds faster, you're still going to see that respawn from Looney. He can come on out, maybe be able to get one of those kills. But now you can see this open up the way for Rise Nation. Rise Nation going to be able to get a pull of their very own. One left to contest. It is going to be Whalers. Whalers going to try to grab 3, and he does do it, and you can see he's already working towards streaks as well. So both teams get punished when they try to get that cap.
Yeah, that one, I don't think Rise were just expecting him to spawn at that top side. They go to sprinted through. You see Looney not even watching his teammates back because, you know, hey, they just say to each other, yep, no, they'll spawn lower, flak gun. They don't. And unfortunately for them, miscalculated. Whalers 3-piece. Beautiful stuff right there.
You know, the other thing is, too, when you're actually crunching the numbers and you're looking for what the high percentage play is, you don't usually equate in a 3-piece. So Whalers definitely doing more than his call is going to be required of. And now we can see another grab is going to come in. This pool looks like it could work. Plenty of people to shut it down. Being really patient here. Gonna be able to find 1 kill is risking, but he gets taken out by TJ finally, and that's gonna be returned.
Now they've got to flood up the map as soon as possible. Looney already at the flat gun.
I love how both teams are playing this, though.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's why Flag Tower CTF, I think, is awesome. There's so much action going on at all times.
We just didn't see it for so long. I mean, so many teams were just scared of it, you know?
Yep. Gunless with the 2-piece. Beautiful trade by Malls. Methods by himself, and woo, shaky shots right there. Should get him killed off. Good base defense hold by Vitality 2.5 minutes into this round.
Yeah, I don't imagine that this is a map that Methods is really going to love. You know, seeing everything that he's done so far, usually this is a map that seems like it might be a little bit sketchy for him, but he is going to be able to pick up their 1 onto Riskin. But map control still back and forth.
Ah, no! Très mal as he jumps down the stairs and falls to his death. Is jambe leg, or does it mean ham in French? Can someone look that up for me?
I'm not gonna look it up for you. The only thing I remember how to say is J-Tem, and I haven't heard that one in a long time. Now we're gonna see marching up the side is going to be Gunless straight in mid right now. Map control seems to be going the way of Team Vitality. Gunless though gonna be able to trade out there. That's gonna slow down the aggression from Vitality. Go. Sneaky play could come in here from Malls in a pretty good position here. Just has to be patient.
Here's the issue. He's worried about wrapping back and trying to help middle. And you've got Gunless up in the spawn. Okay, he did win that gunfight 1v1, and that just saved a pull. That 1v1 just stopped the pull and now gives his entire team that back spawn.
See Rise Nation, all of them in their base. They can try to turn this into an offensive play here. This one's just been back and forth. Only 1 minute and 20 going to be left inside of this first round. No one actually able to get a cap. But there have been, what, almost 3 pulls on each side probably at this point, Jack. So we are seeing just how fast Flag Tower can be. Now it's going to be Methods, though, who can potentially set himself up for a sneaky play. You can see Team Vitality trying to set themselves up to hold still. Completely unaware of Methods. TJ, though, not going to win this gunfight. This is going to awaken Methods. He's going to try to come out here. Going to be fishing for a fight. Going to find the back of Malls. Going to be able to cut him down to size without a problem. Absolute beam. Oh, he's not able to cut down Xerox, though. Got a chance here. Oh, he gets the reload. Then he pops right out. Almost finds the 3-piece. Now Looney going to try to fill his shoes. Has his eye on the flag as well. Comes out. Finds the kill. Doesn't look like it will be a cap, though.
Xerox has done such a good job staying alive. Finally does die, but he's bought enough time for his team to spawn on up. 27 seconds left, still a scoreless game. Rise are so close to getting this out, but 1 player for Vitality again. This time it's Malls. Just keeps keeping them in it. 1 2-piece from Rise right there would have given them a flag pull, but nobody's able to get it. But look at where TJ snuck to. Will someone fall back to protect this flag? I still don't think this is possible.
Only
they've got people everywhere
left. TJ should be able to get the pull.
They've got
just
no help.
In the nick of time.
He's got no help.
He's got absolutely no help. He needs to go massive here. He's not going to be able to win that gunfight. That looks like a return. That's going to result in the draw. It was crazy, though. Pretty much every single pull that we did see, Jack, every single one was off of 1 wave of kills. Of 1 crazy wave, then someone was able to defend. Each team, though, looks like they were just on the cusp of being able to get a solid goal.
Yeah, and I will say, I think most of the pressure was on the Vitality's base from Rise Nation. We'll see who can get that first flag on the board in the second half of this game.
You know, the first real semblance of pressure from Team Vitality was obviously in the very early portions of the game, but that instantly turned into pressure from Rise. Team Vitality after that didn't find nearly as much pressure. It seemed like if they were going to get a pull, it was going to be off of the back of a hero play. Now off the break, we'll have to see what these teams decide to do. First kill going to come in. This may be enough to give Team Vitality just a little bit of an extra oomph. They do find the first kill. Taking their time, though, much slower than what we saw last time. Riskin taking a relatively sneaky route, but Looney and Method's going to be able to find 2 big kills here. Riskin not able to win his gunfight either, and now Rise Nation finds that first wave of kills. Whalers is still staying alive. He's going to be a little bit of a pest for them, but they can march up. Now they just need to find one more wave. Yep. Maybe able to get their first pull of the game.
That issue is that wave of kills came in their base. TJ dancing around, gets eyes on one. He's got to worry about his back as well. Will he get around this corner in time? He most certainly... Oh, no, he hasn't.
Ooh, Whaler's going to be able to just take out both players that touch the flag there. It doesn't even make it look difficult.
So here's what I want to see from Rise Nation. Don't just frantically go for that flag.
Oh, all right.
Whaler's just stepped... He dismantled, I think, on Method's legs.
Actually walked on top of him, not going to be able to see himself.
Okay, team kill there, so 1 player up on each side. But the point I want to bring up, Rich, is I want to see Rise Nation set up with 4 pushing towards the base as a unit. Use what they have best, their teamwork and gun skill, to wipe out Vitality in their spawn. Don't try to just make a 2-piece happen. There we go. Look, they're finally developing some pressure up the map. Gunless should get some help. That's a flagpole. They have 1 lane they need to watch. Will someone pick up Xerox in middle map? They'll do just that. All things considered, that should be a capture for Rise Nation with 3.5 minutes remaining.
Definitely looking good for them. Now just off to the races is going to be none other than Gunless.
And that's the crazy thing. Slaying has been quite even throughout this whole map, but 1 3-piece, 1 4 dead on even just the second on the other half, the Vitality half of the map is enough for Rise to grab the flag, get it out, and get 1 kill to stop the return from coming on through. Now streaks have been earned, and this is where I think they begin to add insult to injury. What you want to see from Gunless is him develop up this map. They clear out middle lane. Once they get everyone spawning at that very back base, he calls in the fighter pilot and can really basically just light all of them up.
Gunless fully streaked out now, and before we even jumped into this round, Jack, you said, hey, look, most of the pressure really did look like it was on Rise Nation's side. Gunless just going absolutely insane as he's going to be able to get this pull. 6 streaks, full streaks in his back pocket, but not going to be on the happy end of the gun there. But the thing is the pressure looks even more intense this side from Rise Nation, looking even better.
Wondering if Gunless streaks right away. He does. He'll spot out where these players are and call them out instantly. Mauls is underground, 1 in our top window. He's going to leave this 1v1 to Looney, and Methods, and Mauls wins it. So he knew he couldn't kill him with the streak. He was hoping his teammate could clean it up. He's not able to. 2 minutes left, 1 streak burned, and woo-wee, Gunless, nice shots.
Gunless is on fire. He's 18 and 15 right now, but I feel like most of those kills just came in. He's just lighting people up. Now Looney going to get a nice 2-piece of his own. Rise Nation on fire at the moment. That's another pull from them. This time it's in the hands of Looney, and it just doesn't look like anyone is stopping him. The respawn's going to come in. He's got people to defend him if they happen to get a stroke of super speed out of nowhere, but this is going to be 2-0 for Rise Nation in this final round of CTF, and they're on match point.
You know, it just comes down to the same thing, Rich, just like the hard point. They play him close. Then as the game goes on, it's just one team being better than the other. It's now kicking in for Rise Nation. Vitality can't keep doing this to themselves, and if they do get back into stage 2, I'm hoping they improve. I'm hoping they spend more time in the US, right? But even more so, I'm just hoping they close out some of these maps or can figure out a way to just swing some of these in their favor. They're not, they haven't gotten completely obliterated in games 2 and 3.
I mean, the thing is it doesn't look like they don't belong here, right? I think they definitely show that they are a high-caliber team, but ultimately they are getting outclassed, and they're not able to close things out. So, yeah, I think Team Vitality, though, they have the makings of a strong team. It's just when we're going to see it, and they don't necessarily have the clock that we've put on other teams, right? You talk about teams like Envy, and we're like, oh, it's just a matter of time. I think it's not clear what we really need to see from Team Vitality. It's kind of an up-in-the-air thing as we see these kills coming in from the streaks and why you're not able to close out series, right? That's not just a given thing that we know a team needs to work on. Now Looney going to be able to find a kill, going to try to get that flag back, but already in such a dominant position with 15 seconds left on the clock. Rise Nation looks like they're going to be the first 3-0 of the day.
10 streak from Looney. 3 players now positive from Rise. They kick the sling into gear in the second half, and the scores follow. GG's, that's expected. Your #1 team in Division A, 3-0s. You're dead last.
Now looking good. Smiles all around. You can see Zinni showing off a little bit.
What's
Looking
the thing
confident.
from Black Panther?
It
was cool when he did it. You guys are frail idiots.
I'll miss you.
I know, man. I'm not gonna miss you.
That's
but
not true.
I know. I'll miss you a little bit. But either way.